What is up, YouTube? I'm Devon DaVinci, and you're watching DaVinci Reacts. Now, this could be on my Devon DaVinci channel, or it could be on my DaVinci Plays channel, depending on where you go to watch this. If you're on my Devon DaVinci channel and you haven't found out yet, I do have a new channel that I'm just now starting called DaVinci Plays. That's going to be dedicated to gaming-related content, whether it's gaming reactions or whether it's let's plays, or if I have any VODs from my live streams, which I hope to do again at some point in the future. I just have to get my internet properly configured and whatnot. It still has too much interruptions and slowdowns, so I'm looking for different alternatives to help get my internet speeds up to what they're supposed to be. But in the meantime, feel free to jump over to my DaVinci Plays channel if you're a fan of gaming and you want to see more of that type of content. Then jump over there, because that's where my video is going to be shared at. And then in about a month's time, that will be exclusively where all of my gaming content is. So if you are a fan of my gaming stuff and you want to continue to watch it, you have about a month to jump over. Otherwise, you're going to end up missing it, because my Devon DaVinci channel is not going to get my gaming videos anymore. But anyway, this video is a video that's been long in the making. I have wanted to do a reaction to this for so long, but I didn't have the necessary resources to do a reaction at the time. I'm just now getting into it. It's been over, or just a little bit over a year, I think, since I've last streamed, or at least had a last successful stream. And I forgot the last day I made a reaction video, but it's been a long time. And in that time, a lot of videos dropped. I got a big catalog of reactions to do, but this is one that I specifically put off to the side because I definitely wanted to do a reaction to it, and that is Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. This is the release day announcement trailer. I have seen the trailer that came out on, I think it was the Video Game Awards this year. At the time that this was uploaded, I think they had a Final Fantasy VII Rebirth trailer that came out during that time. I seen that during the Gaming Awards, but I haven't seen this one. Now, if you're not familiar with me and my history with gaming, then you should know that Final Fantasy VII is my favorite video game of all time, bar none. That is my #1 top game ever created. I love that game. It means so much to me. I go all the way back to the OG Final Fantasy VII when I played it not when it first came out, but a little bit after it came out. I'd say in around late 97, 98, somewhere around there, I first jumped into it. And I fell in love with it ever since. I mean, of course, I can go into stories about my entire history with Final Fantasy VII and whatnot, but that would extend this intro much longer than it needs to be. But I played Final Fantasy Rebirth. I did it live on stream. You can probably still catch the VOD somewhere on my Devon DaVinci channel. I beat it. I need to play it again because now I have it on PS5. And Rebirth is going to be coming out there. And I know that you're going to get some type of bonus if you beat the game. So at some point, I'll probably end up having to play it again. I don't know if I'll stream it or not, but we'll see. Anyway, let's check this out. This is without a doubt my most anticipated game yet. Even more than Grand Theft Auto 6. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is it for me. So let's go ahead and jump into this and see what it has to offer, because I am so looking forward to this. I mean it.
The world's ending. At least, that's what everyone's saying.
Zack is
This
in
sky.
Midgard.
I don't like it.
Ready to fire, sir.
Junine.
Welcome to the New World Order.
New World Order.
Just close your eyes and listen. Tell me you can't hear that. Her rallying cry.
Planet runs out of energy.
Oh, new ability from
It and
Tifa.
everything on it dies.
We can overcome our fate.
Red 13.
Am I
Controllable.
the same as these monsters?
Vincent.
Am I even
Well, that wasn't Vincent. That was Sephiroth.
human?
No, Vincent is not Sephiroth's
We're looking
dad.
for Sephiroth. Think you can find him?
Oh, Sephiroth. You see,
Now, how do you pronounce his name? Now, I know for the longest I've called him Kate Sith. I think that's like the official name that they go by now, Kate Sith. But I think like the lore that they got the character from, its name is like Kateshi or something like that. It's like a Scottish folktale or something, I believe. Final Fantasy does that a lot though. Like I believe that like the dragon summon we always call Bahamut, but it's like I think the name that they got it from, which was like a fish in like a Middle Eastern tale, was like Bahamut or something like that. For those of you that actually like have a deeper understanding of it, feel free to let me know. I'm just going off like what I read a long time ago that is just like kind of fuzzy in my brain, so I could be very wrong.
You can find him?
Oh, Sephiroth, you see. So you heeded the call too, did you?
What are you talking
I'm curious.
about?
I'm sorry, I'm pausing. I'm curious as to why Kate Sith has a Scottish accent when, well, spoiler alert for those of you that aren't familiar with Kate Sith's character in Final Fantasy VII, but feel free to skip ahead about like 10 seconds from here. I'm curious as to like, he has an accent, but the person that voices him, Reeves, doesn't. So I'm wondering what is going on with that. Is it a filter?
So you heeded the call too.
Did it say Kitty Wallop?
You see.
It said Kitty Wallop. The attack. Kitty Wallop triangle. That's what I'm gonna have to start calling my special move. The Kitty Wallop. If I had anyone I can use it on. Why, Kate Sith? Why do you have to remind me of my loneliness?
As you can see, your brother's down there.
Black Chocobo. Black Chocobo. Black Chocobo climbing a goddamn mountain. That's what I want to see. Tell me we have Chocobo breeding in this goddamn game. If we got Chocobo breeding, that means we probably have Chocobo racing as well. Oh my goodness, I can't wait until I get to the goddamn gold sauce.
Your brothers down there are...
The blue Chocobo that fucking flew... It flies. We have a new dimension to explore with Chocobos in this damn game. See, before, none of them flew. You had the blue Chocobo that was able to traverse over water. You had the green Chocobo that was able to traverse over over mountains, I believe, right? You had the black one that could do both. And then you had the gold one that could traverse over oceans and do everything the black one could do. What is flying? Flying is a new one. Now, I see that this is like a green or a blue Chocobo. Green or blue Chocobo. If there's a tier to it, it would be like this. Yellow Chocobos are the basic. They're the bottom tier. And then you have green and blue, which is the tier right above that. And then you have the black one, which is the tier above that. And then you have the gold one, that's the top tier. Now, if this is green or blue and it already can fly, that's just the second tier. Does that mean every Chocobo, like, upgraded version can fly? Or is it just a glide? Well, it says glide on the corner, so they're not flying necessarily. So I'm guessing what happened in here is they climbed up really high, because you can see, I don't know if you can see my mouse. You can see in the background they have like these like platforms and walkways and stuff that like looks like you can like traverse pretty like high in this area. So I'm guessing maybe they might have climbed up somewhere and then jumped off and are just gliding.
What are you talking about?
As you can see, your brothers down there are having a little get-together.
I also saw some like
see your brothers
there were some things with there's like not airships, but like air balloons with like fans that are in the corners. So is that like some type of mini game? Like you have to fly into them, kind of like Final Fantasy X.
having a little get-together.
Cloud is on a damn Segway. Also, this is a costume that he has in Final Fantasy Ever Crisis, I believe. Now, I'm willing to guarantee this is Casadel Sol, which is the area that you go to after you get off the like main continent that Midgar is on. We'll go ahead and see all the activities you can do there, but it does have something about distance travel. Now, I don't know if this is a mini game or if it just keeps track of that information when you're on the Segway. The fact that they give you a Segway, and if it isn't a mini game, does that mean that like the area is so big that you need a Segway to like reasonably get around in it?
They're our best chance of finding Sephiroth.
Yeah. I ask because I suspect there's soldiers suffering from cellular degradation.
Do not be deceived.
Reminds me of Hojo. Who was that guy?
You know the truth. Trust in me.
Sephiroth!
Sephiroth popped up in a doctor's office. So wherever they're at now, Sephiroth like appears. And I don't know if one of these guys transforms into him, because I know Sephiroth can like throw his consciousness onto one of these dummy bodies. But obviously that didn't happen in the original Final Fantasy. I'm wondering where this doctor's office thing takes place. Because this whole scene, I think, doesn't happen in Final Fantasy VII. The only like scene that I know of that involves like a doctor's office, and spoiler, jump ahead about 10 seconds, is when Cloud goes into the coma from the Mako poisoning, and you play with Tifa for a while. That's the only doctor's office that I'm aware of.
Do not be deceived. You know the truth. Trust.
First, I thought
in
this
me.
was like in the boat going to Casa del Sol because of the piping and stuff.
Come on.
Was that Snake the Midgar? What's his name? Zoloff? Whatever the hell.
Come on.
I remember that. Okay, they're showing tag team attacks. Let me look at the. I want to see like the little commands on the sides.
Come on.
Okay. I see overcharge attack command window. I don't think that it. Yeah, it doesn't have like. It starts off like this, so they already initiated the attack. It's like a tag team move, like Chrono Trigger. Which, for those of you that are like just jumping in and again aren't familiar with my gaming history, Chrono Trigger is my second favorite game of all time. Yeah, they're showing off the double team move. Okay, this is during the. What the hell? What was with that like Zoolander steel, blue steel look that they both gave? This is during the flashback during the story Cloud tells while they're staying in calm. So apparently they have special moves that they do too. And again, the game is very good when it comes to like starting the clip, because all the clips start after they initiate the attack. You can't like see what options they're selecting to get these like tag team attacks to use, or even the name of them. I know they'll probably announce it at some point if they haven't already announced it, but
On me.
is that Alexander? Odin.
Look! Look!
Oh, he's back. If you're going to have a dance scene, could you please, I beg you, please, make it so that we can watch it without having to worry about the button prompts? Like, after the fact, after we've already completed it or something, let us be able to watch it without having to worry about the button prompts. Because I to this day have not seen the full dance sequence from the first remake game, because you have to like be like on pins and needles waiting for that next button press. Ball racing. The brawler thing, I remember that the brawler thing. It seemed like it was kind of broken on the original game because it was like it felt like once you got to a certain difficulty, the computer just read your button presses and you couldn't really beat them, or it was like extremely RNG heavy. But also, when it comes to the chocobo racing, I'm wondering if you still have to worry about what the hell was the name of that the black chocobo racer that was like the rival that you had to beat and was always like cheating. He would like rubber band and stuff anytime you were beating him by too much. I forgot the name of him, but y'all know what I'm talking about if you're a Final Fantasy VII fan. I love that the graphics for the combat mini game is like the OG Final Fantasy like models.
For a bit.
A weapon?
Two delirium creatures.
Weapons.
Only to appear when the planet
That's
is in
Emerald.
grave
Emerald
danger.
weapon.
Who dares disturb my
Vincent.
slumber? It's upon us. The reunion.
I wonder if Vincent and Yuffie are like optional. And I'm about to throw some shade at Final Fantasy VI real quick, but this is one of the reasons why I enjoy Final Fantasy VII more than 6, because with 7, even the optional characters, the little side characters, get complete like stories and portions of the game dedicated to them, like lore that is rich and deep with these characters. Whereas with Final Fantasy VI, it's like it's very top heavy. The first handful of characters that you meet in the story have so much stuff to them. Celeste is one of my favorite characters of all time. Vivi is my favorite from Final Fantasy IX. Celeste is my second favorite Final Fantasy character of all time. But when you get to the bottom half of Final Fantasy VI, like Rogue Gallery, it sucks. I'm sorry, but like Go-Go has no goddamn story. The Sasquatch has no goddamn story. The Wild Boy Gal, yeah, he has like some implied story, but it's like not really. Even like Realm and them characters, like it's implied that it's heavily implied. I think it's damn near confirmed that like Shadow is like supposed to be her dad because like the way Interceptor reacts to her and things like that. But it's like besides that, that's kind of it. Like you have the story of like I think their town burning down or something like, but that's kind of it again. I'm sorry, Final Fantasy VI fans, but I'm a Final Fantasy VII guy. I went back and played Final Fantasy VI. I have it as my 4th favorite Final Fantasy of all time, behind 7, 10, and 9.
My slumber. It's upon us. The reunion. When worlds merge. I'm waiting, Cloud.
I love it. I love it. I love this. February 29th. See, I was familiar with like when this comes out. Oh my god. Digital twin pack. See, that Sephiroth model, I might have to. I don't know how much it's going to cost though. They might try to charge an arm and a leg. That's probably going to cost like $200 to $300. Damn. But I would love to get that statue. I would love to get that statue. This is the reason I got a PlayStation 5. This right here is the exact reason I bought a PlayStation 5. This is my killer app that was my go-to reason for purchasing this. Like, every system has that game that, like, is the be-all, end-all. Like, I gotta get the console now. I have to get it. Before PlayStation 5, it was like, yeah, I didn't really care too much to get it. It wasn't really a priority for me. But the second the release date for this came out, and I knew that it was exclusively PS5, I was like, okay, I gotta get it. It's a wrap for me. PlayStation 4, it's been fun, but I'm sorry, I gotta jump into the PS5 generation now. I'm looking forward to see exactly what this game has to offer. Again, like, I'm so happy with how like big Final Fantasy VII Remake has become, and how they're taking so much great care of it. Like, I love Final Fantasy VII Remake so much. It's like almost neck and neck with the OG Final Fantasy as far as like my love for it. And usually remakes don't do that. Usually remakes, you're very rarely will you get a remake that gives you like that type of feeling. It's been a long time since I've had a game that makes me feel giddy like I'm a kid. Like, it takes me back to like the late 90s when I was playing these games all over again. All they got to do is bring back the Burger King Big Kids meal, and I would recreate my life during that period in time. Like, I really would. Which, again, be sure to check out my Devon DaVinci Nostalgia channel. It's not created just now, or at least at the time that I'm like recording this. Maybe it will exist. If it does, there'll be a link in the description box down below. But if you want to see some old school action, be sure to check it out. I'm definitely going to be all over it because nostalgia is very big with me. And who knows, maybe I'll have a video dedicated to Final Fantasy VII or something like that. But yeah, this right here, man, Final Fantasy Rebirth, it's going to be, this is going to be my biggest game. I'm so looking forward to this, and I hope that I can get my internet and stuff fixed by this point so I can start streaming and everything, because I would love to stream this game for you guys. Not just because, like, you know, I want you guys to watch me play it, but just so y'all can get my reactions to it, because at the end of the day, this is what this is all about: getting the person's reaction to the content that you're checking out. And I can tell you right now, you will get some amazing, genuine, just awe-inspiring reactions from me if you can catch me when I'm streaming this game. If I'm able to stream this game. Like, man, I still wish to this day I would have been like recording videos when the first Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, or the first Final Fantasy Remake trailer came out. I think that was like 2015 E3. By the way, RIP E3. That's another part of my childhood that is gone now, and it will be missed. There are some great alternatives nowadays, but there's nothing like that feeling of like, in like not going to school or calling off from work early, so you can like dedicate a specific time that you know that E3 is going to take place, and then you just like stay up the whole day from early morning watching the Nintendo and Sony press conferences, or the Xbox and Sony press conferences, and then Nintendo usually is like the next day or something. It like, just to sit there and anticipate like the announcements and things was another feeling. But yeah, if I had been doing that Final Fantasy VII Remake reaction, it probably would have gone viral, because I was losing my crap all damn day when I saw that video. I went nuts. But anyway, this will be the last video that I record for the day. I look forward to seeing you guys in the future, and until then, I'm Devon DaVinci. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm gonna give you guys the deuces, and I look forward to seeing you guys in a future video. Hopefully you've been enlightened.